Good morning friends, my name is Vidhi Sanjay Mistry. I am from class 7D. Today I will explain you the process of digestion. Let's start. First the food is broken up in the mouth by teeth and then mixed with saliva with the help of salivary glands. Saliva contains digestive enzyme called amylase that already begin to digest carbohydrate in the mouth. It splits carbohydrate into smaller units. The ball-like mixture of food with saliva, also known as bolus, is pushed into the throat by the tongue and finally into the esophagus, which propels the bolus into the stomach. The esophageal lumen, that is the opening inside the esophagus, is very flexible, which allow the boluses of different sizes to be transported. The esophagus consists of several layers. These layers occurs through the interdigestive tract. The two outer muscle layers are responsible for peristalsis. Through these two muscles, the bolus can be transported from the mouth to the stomach, even if the person is standing on his head. The stomach is often divided into 6 areas. The stomach is composed of a similar structure to the esophagus. It has a longitudinal muscle layer on the outside. Underneath we can find circular muscle fiber. In addition to this, there is an oblique muscle layer overlaying the mucosa. On the inside there are rugae that allow the stomach to enlarge when the food is consumed. The stomach wall contains gastric glands. They produce mucus which is able to protect the stomach wall from the secreted gastric acid. Gastric acid is produced by simply smelling or seeing the food, but also spices and the stretching of the stomach case of the secretion. That is the release of gastric acid. About 1 to 2 liters of gastric acid are produced per day. Since the esophagus does not have a protective mucous layer like the stomach and esophagus are separated by the sphincter. Relax when a bolus is pushed from the esophagus into the stomach and then contract to prevent the acid and food from going back up. Gastric juice consists, among the other things, of the hydrochloric acid, the enzyme pepsins, the entrance factor, the lipanes for the digestion of fats. In addition to nutrients, food also contains bacteria that can damage the body. Components of hydrochloric acid are able to destroy harmful bacteria. In addition, hydrochloric acid converts pepsinogen, also released by the gastric gland, into pepsins. Pepsin is able to break down protein in the stomach. For vitamin B12 absorption in small intestine, the entrance factor is needed, which is produced by the gastric glands. Vitamin must be combined with entrance factor, then it can be absorbed later by the small intestine. Vitamin B12 keep the body's nerves and blood cells healthy and help make DNA. It also contains gastric lipanes and acid-resistance enzyme for fats digestion. In the stomach, gastric lipase splits triglycerides into a free fatty acid and a diglyceride. Some nutrients such as glucose do not require a carrier. They are transported freely in the bloodstreams. Other nutrients such as iron require transport proteins like transferrin. Villus is covered by a smaller microvilla. They multiply the insect surface considerably. Microvilla absorb nutrients and transport them to the inside. The last part of the small intestine is the ileum. It does not have, unlike duodenum and jejunum, circular folds. Large intestine is thicker than small intestine. It is about 1 meter long and surrounds the small intestine. Small intestine is connected to the large intestine at the bowel way. Opens when chyme is passed from the small intestine to large intestine. The large intestine does not have any villi like the small intestine because most digestible substance has already been absorbed in small intestine. However, the large intestine has been estimated to have 100 billion bacteria inside. Are important for many other tasks such as a production of vitamins, the decomposition of fibers for the body's energy production. Many of these bacteria are an important part of the immune system by killing harmful germs. Peristalsis, the chyme is transported from the ascending colon to transfer colon to the descending colon. On its way through the large intestine, water is removed from the chyme. Furthermore, mucus is added for proper excretion of waste. Substances that cannot be absorbed through the small intestine or large intestine remain in the rectum and are finally excreted. Thereby, only the free fatty acid can be absorbed by the body. More effective fats digestion takes place in the small intestine. Through gastric juice and stomach movement which take place approximately every 20 seconds, the individual bolus are mixed to a sine fluid mass of a partly digested food so-called chyme. The chyme cannot enter the duodenum at first because there is an sphincter at stomach exit. The pyloric sphincter resembles the esophageal sphincter. Pyloric sphincter opens only a few millimeters so that larger piece remains inside the stomach. In the first section of small intestine, the duodenum, bile and pancreatic secretion are mixed with the chyme where ampulla of water. Pancreatic juice contains numerous digestive enzymes. Bile is produced by the liver cells and transported to gallbladder. The bile is stored in gallbladder. Small intestine consists of 3 sections: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Ileum continues into the large intestine in the right lower abdomen. Duodenum and jejunum have circular folds to increase the contact surface with the food. These circular folds extend about centimeters into a lumen of the small intestine. These folds are covered with small finger-like projection called villi. Villi increase the surface considerably. Villi are about 1 centimeter long. Each villi contains blood capillaries. The nutrients marked green here are absorbed by the villus and transferred to blood capillaries.